Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is going to be the first video of a two-part video showing you guys how to use Crown Express. I'm going to show you how to accept, enter, process shipments. I'm also going to show you how to bail out your shipments and prepare them for QuickBooks. There's tons of reports you can run that can give you some pieces of information that may be helpful to your day-to-day tasks. So let's get started. Once you log into Crown Express, it will take you to your home page. If you have EDI alerts set up with any of your customers, you will see a link up top that says there are 3 new alerts. If there are new alerts, it will end up flashing, and what you can do is go ahead and click the link. It'll bring you here to your inbound alert screen. Now you can also access this screen by going to Process and Inbound Alerts. Here it's going to show you all your pending alerts you have that is sent from your customers. You have an option to bulk choose your alerts and accept them all or ignore them all. You have the option to show unprocessed, accepted, and rejected alerts. You can sort by view date or a date range, and you can choose the order you want to sort it in. Now, if you want to accept a shipment, what you can do is open it up, and here you see the information contained in your inbound alert. You can choose to change the customer type or move type if you need to. The 3 actions you have in the screen are to accept an alert, which means that you've looked it over, the information's correct, and you choose to accept the alert into your Crown Express system. This will take this alert into your dispatch screen. You have the option to reject an alert, which means you can go ahead and reject it, and it will send a rejection message off to your customer. And you have the option to ignore an alert. This allows you to send the shipment into the rejected alerts, but go back and accept it and reject it if you need to. Now, say if I want to accept the alert, what I'm going to do is go ahead and click accept. And I see that it's no longer under my unprocessed alerts. If I choose accepted alerts, I'll see the alert that I accepted here. The same idea goes with rejecting an alert or ignoring an alert. Now, if I want to do something by bulk, what I can do is check it off and choose to ignore all or accept all. Before you do that, it will give you a warning that you are bulk processing alerts. If this is okay, just go ahead and click yes. And now they fall off the screen. Since I ignore them, these 2 will be under rejected alerts. Now, once you accept your shipments, it will go to your dispatch screen. But if you do have customers that you still manually enter shipments for, I'm going to show you how to enter them in. We're going to go to Process and Dispatch, and it will take you to our dispatch screen. Here you'll see a couple of sort options you have up here to narrow down your searches. You can choose your terminals and view date. View date shows you your shipments up into including that date. We have our active views, which are different grids on your dispatch screen that you decide what pieces of information you would like to see. For example, this active view is the dispatch screen, and it's going to show us notes, references, pickup route, appointment time, ready time, things like that. This is something that you can edit particular to what works best for you guys. You also have the option to see inbound and outbound shipments, which will show you pieces of information that pertain mostly to inbound and outbound shipments. If you want to narrow it down even further, you have an option to show all pickups first, all deliveries first, and you can then choose to sort the pickups or deliveries by different options here, which is deadline, customer, state, city. Once you choose what you would like, you can sort that option even further by choosing a second sort option. Up here you have an option to see the past week, 2 weeks, or month. If you guys have color coding set up, you can check this off, and once you check it off, it will then organize your shipments into different colors according to the information that matches up. The dispatch action button allows you to process some parts of the shipment without actually opening them up. How you would do this is click the checkbox, go to dispatch action, and from here you can mark something POD, out for delivery, on hand, recovered, or dispatched. You can also assign drivers, update a service date, dispatch jobs to mobile units if you have them with us, and you can assign drivers to specific routes that you have set up. If you choose print reports, it allows you to print out some shipment documents that might be helpful for you guys. Now to manually enter the shipment, what I'm going to do is click the new button, and it's going to bring you up to your shipment entry screen. Here it gives you the opportunity to pop in the information you need to process your shipment correctly. Up here you can select your customer. Now the move type can either be standard for all your customers all across or specific to the customer profile. I can show you how to add that in later on. Let's see, I'm going to choose a delivery as a move type. Here's my service date, and if I have a service type, I can choose it here. You have a couple of icons up top. If I go ahead and click the one with the eye, it gives me brief information about your customer. The printer icon will allow me to print out any shipment documents I deem important. The log button allows you to view notes in the shipment. The calculator button is used to recalculate the total of your shipment. So after you put in the pieces and weight and it connects the correct rate table, you can recalculate the shipment so it updates the cost. This is the same thing you would do if you were to add a surcharge or no-calc a shipment. The scanner icon up top also allows you to scan in documents through our document management software. If you click it, you can go ahead and view the shipments. Now, since the move type is a delivery, we're going to be focusing most on the consignee side. Here's all the information that is important to a delivery move type. If this were a pickup, we would focus on the shipper side here. It contains information that you can put in more focused towards a pickup. Here's where I can enter in the information. What I'm going to do is start typing a address. I'm going to pop in the zip code. Now that I've entered this address, what I can do is save the address. So if I go to this place often, I won't have to type this each time. I'm going to hit the floppy to save. I have the alert that it was saved. So next time, if I want to go to this address, what I'm going to do is start typing it in, click the magnifying glass to search, and it's going to pull up all the addresses that I have saved into my address book. I'm going to choose it, insert address, and it would populate here. Now for delivery, the two important pieces of information that you want to have in the system is your ETA and deadline. If you have an appointment window, you can add that here. Once you have the freight, you can go ahead and mark it on hand. Once it's out for delivery, you have the ability to mark it out for delivery. By clicking the clock, it populates the time that it is now, or you can manually enter it here. If you want to choose your delivery driver, you can choose your drivers with this drop down. Now if you have Crown Mobile, what you can do is click this mobile icon, and this will allow you to send messages to your driver's mobile unit. Say you want to send the delivery out. You choose send delivery, and here you can choose the driver. Once you hit the send button, it's going to send an alert to your driver's mobile unit. Here's where you enter in your shipment info. You would enter in the information that you receive from your customer, for example, the house bill. Master bill and reference if you have them. If you have multiple reference number, you can separate them and add them by comma. Pieces and weight. Enter in here. Now if your dim weight is higher than your actual weight, that is the weight that will rate out. You can choose your dim factor as the standard all across under your customer setup, or what you can do is just choose it here. If I want to add my dims, what I can do is click Edit Dims, or bring up this window which allows me to populate the information. If I want to add more, I can go ahead and click the Add button and add more. Calculate, and hit Save. I'll bring up the information here. If I want to delete dims, I can go ahead and click Edit Dims, and then click the X. Hit Save. My dims are removed. Now that we have all the information we need, what we're going to do is calculate the shipment. I'm going to go ahead and click the calculator button, and the total will populate here. If you'll be processing a pickup, you populate the information over here, and it has a couple of areas for you to pop in: ready and close time, when it was dispatched or recovered. Same concept with your pickup driver, route, and vehicle. You can add them right here. Now what we're going to do is go over to the Charge Info tab and take a look. In the Charge Info tab, you can see what your charges are. For example, under here you can see that it is pulling off of the air standard, what kind of charge it is, what area it's pulling into, and the breakdown of the costs. When you see here it says auto, it means it is pulling the charge from your tariff that you have given to us and is entered in your system. Up here is where you can choose to edit your charge. If I click edit, it's going to populate in the information over here. I can see that this is the air standard, it's a delivery charge. Now, if I wanted to change the cost of this for any reason, I can choose no calc as an option. This will allow me to change the data here below. If I hit add an update, you're going to see that it updated. I'm going to go ahead and recalculate, and the shipment charge has updated. Now if I want to go back and have it pull from the tariff, I just go ahead and click auto, add an update, recalculate, and it pulls in the information from the tariff. If you want to add a surcharge, what you can do is under type, choose surcharge, and under this rate tariff drop down, you can choose your surcharge. Go ahead and click add an update, recalculate one more time, and it adds the charge to your total shipment. If you want to delete a surcharge, edit the shipment, and under type, click remove charge. One more time, add an update, recalculate. It should go back to the charges you put down. Up here you have a box for your special details. Now if it is a special, you can check off is special and it will be able to pull the information from your tariff. If I go ahead and recalculate it, it will update the cost of your shipment according to the special you have included in your tariff. If you want to revert back to your original costs, uncheck is special and recalculate. It'll go back to the charges you had. The same idea goes for if it is a holiday. Check it off and it'll pull in from the information you have in your tariff. Let's go to the other info tab. Here you have an additional shipment detail box. It allows you to mark the shipment on hold or if it is a hazmat. If you click the drop down, you have a couple options for a reason why it's on hold, and you can add these here under data setup, which will be in another video. If it is hazmat, you can choose the hazmat class below, and you can populate your hazmat notes here. Now if you want to cancel a shipment, delete it from your system, go over to the Other Info tab and check off Cancel Shipment. Hit Save and the shipment will be deleted. The same idea goes for overshort or damaged details. You can choose if a shipment is OS&D, and you can also choose the reasons. You can add additional reasons under the Data Setup tab. If you have any OS&D notes, you populate them here. The status invoicing box is used more for informative purposes. It will tell you if your shipment is completed, if it's invoiced already, if it's invoice completed, what the numbers are, and if you want to add any invoice comments. If you look down below, we have the additional info box. This gives you a couple pieces of information about who entered in the shipment, the status of the shipment. You also have the option to view your EDI history if you have an EDI connection set up. This will tell you what status is sent out to your customer. And if you click the Manage EDI, it allows you to manually send out EDI messages. Once you have all the information you need for your shipment, you want to go ahead and save it. It will say the shipment is updated. You want to head back to the dispatch screen, and you'll be able to see your shipment here. Now there's quite a few reports you can run under dispatch reports. I'm going to go to Reports, Dispatch Reports. Here are some of the dispatch reports that you can run that gives you pieces of information that can help you guys out. Let's look at a couple of examples that can help your dispatchers out. If I go to Driver Manifest, this is going to allow me to create a sheet of all the shipments and places that your driver is going to go for the day. So let's choose today, and in this case, we're going to choose Crown Driver. If I don't check off Order Manifest and run the report, Crown is going to manually create a report for you guys, like so. You can print this out and give this to your driver or keep it for your own use. Now if I check off Order Manifest and run the report, it's going to bring up a different window. Here we have all the shipments for the day for the driver I selected here, and we can drag it over under Available Shipments. From here I can also change the order, and then once I'm happy with the order, I can choose to print out the driver manifest. Another report you can run is your airport sweep report. This allows you to print out a report of all your inbound and outbound shipments according to your airline. You can choose your specific airline and run the report. In this case, Delta. This will show you all the shipments you have for Delta. You can also choose all carriers. When you run this report, it's going to show you all the shipments for all your carriers. So that concludes the first part of our Crown Express training videos. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the second part where we'll go over the review screen, billing, and more reporting.